I have to tell you that you are driving me to distraction.
Good. Hey, did you find out anything about Jordan?
Not today.
Not today? I mean, you went last night to get the file from your office.
Oh, that's right. I was supposed to, wasn't I?
Well, yeah, so? You didn't get the file?
Actually, I forgot it.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound like you. So what happened?
You know, I had this stack of work on my desk built up because I've been so preoccupied, and I have to make a living if I'm going to support someone like you, right?
No.
This whole Stark thing just slipped my mind, I guess.
You are so forgiven.
So did you have trouble sleeping through that storm last night?
No, actually, I was fine.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So you mean that your love for me has gotten you over your childhood fears?
Oh, yeah, that must be it. No. Well, yes, but actually, Matt was kind enough to read to me until I fell asleep.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I slept in the chair.
Oh, well, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So what is this meeting about? I take it it's something you didn't want to discuss on the phone.
Yeah, have you seen Zach in the last 12 hours or so?
Haven't had the misfortune, no.
What about you? Have you run into him at any of
Zach?
your visits at
No.
Lumina?
No, he's just disappeared.
More than you know.
Would somebody tell me what's going on here?
Well, after you left last night, we had a very bizarre visit from Zach Wilder.
Is there any other kind?
Well, he said he broke all ties with Lumina. He was very upset.
That's interesting.
We didn't believe him. Then he agreed to tell us everything he knew about Jordan Stark.
So what did you find out?
Nothing. He disappeared.
What do you mean he disappeared?
Well, I went up to get the baby because I certainly wasn't going to leave Jasmine alone in his house in case it was some kind of a trick. And then the storm started,
Yeah,
and
we came downstairs, the terrace doors were open, he was gone.
Well, either he changed his mind,
Or something happened to him.
I'm sorry, Amanda. The last thing I wanted was to upset you. If we could just meet somewhere, discuss this sanely, as friends.
I'm with my friends. Look, David, I gotta go.
Amanda, Amanda, for a smart woman, you just did something very, very stupid.
Look, nothing's going on.
Look, I saw the way you reacted when the doctor came by, when she talked about the blood transfusion for the baby.
Look, what am I supposed to take that calmly?
No, of course not. But I know my daughter. It's the thing about being a parent. We always know when there's something wrong with our children, and then we're going to try to fix it if we can. I know that there's something really wrong between Gary and Josie. I can feel it.
No offense, but that's between them, you know?
Hey, when you were asleep, we found out the baby needs a transfusion, and since you're anemic, they're going to use my blood
No,
instead
Gary,
of
we
yours.
can't use your blood. It is not compatible.
Well, of course it is. We have the same blood type. You're the mom, I'm the dad. We're
No,
gonna use this...
no, you don't understand. You are not the father.
Honey, please, you don't know what you're talking about. You're confused
Okay,
right now. They gave you a
listen to me.
sedative.
If they
You're
give the
afraid.
baby your blood, he will die.
Honey, this is Gary you're talking to.
Listen to me, okay? Just please listen. Listen to me.
Look, you're the mommy, I'm the daddy. It's okay.
No, 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 no.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because it is true. God help me, it is true.
Okay, so if I'm not the father, then who is?
I never meant for it to happen. You have to believe that. It was an awful mistake, okay? Once. It only happened once. It was a once-in-a-lifetime pathetic mistake, and I wanted to forget about it. I wanted to just put it out of my mind so that we could get on with our lives, Gary, but then I found out that I was pregnant.
I don't believe any of this.
I was afraid. I was so afraid, Gary. I was going to terminate the pregnancy.
Wait a second. Now, you had sex with another man. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I love you. I love you so much. I never stopped loving you. I never could stop loving you, Gary, and if you can find it somehow of forgiving me and
Wait,
of
let
loving
me get this
Maybe-
straight. You had... Were you raped? Is that what this is?
No, it wasn't anything like that.
Then what the hell was it?
It was an accident, Gary. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean...
You had sex with a complete stranger by accident. Is that what the hell you're telling me? Is it? Huh?
He wasn't a stranger. God help me, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, Gary, but we need his help. And he can help us now. He can help us save the baby with his blood. He can help the baby, Gary.
His blood. Him. I know him, don't I? Don't I? Who is he, Josie? Who is he? Who the hell is he?
Your brother. It was Cameron. I slept with Cameron.
Look, Zach probably thought twice about turning on his master, that's all.
No, Cass, you didn't see him. The look in his eyes was desperate. He was desperate to tell us something, but he said it was a matter of life and death.
He didn't mention whose.
No, he didn't get the chance.
He wouldn't talk in the house. He wanted to go someplace public.
Now where are we going to go for answers?
Stark won't tell us.
No, he won't.
The book.
What book?
Right after your wedding, Zach mentioned this book that Stark had written. There has to be a clue to this whole puzzle in that book.
Oh, that's the book you were telling me about.
The very one.
Listen, I'll call the office, go online, we'll get a copy of the book.
Even the World Wide Web won't snare this book. It doesn't exist, Matt. Not anymore. Get this, Chris Madison and I were surfing on the net to find more information, and we came across this book, just like Zach said. It's called Beyond Imagination, and it was written by one Jordan Stark and published in the late 1700s. It's about the power of the mind. The original Stark also had a facial deformity, but that wasn't his only problem. Chris and I also found out that he stood trial and was found guilty of murdering his young wife, a woman named Amalie. And despite the fact that the prosecution never produced the body, he was sentenced to be hanged. But on the day of the execution, the jailers went to his cell and it was empty. He disappeared without a trace.
What are you saying, that the Jordan Stark is channeling the Jordan Stark of the
Oh,
past?
please, no. That's a bunch of bunk. Nobody can channel spirits back from the dead. Isn't that right, Cass?
No, you're right. It's not possible.
200-year-old man is impossible, too. Haven't found the infinity gene yet. No, Jordan Stark is real. He might be elusive, he might even be dangerous, but he's mortal.
How do you suppose he got the same name?
Could be a family name, could be a name he assumed because he idolizes the guy.
Cass is right. We need to find a copy of that book.
Well, Chris and I located a copy. We had it expressed overnight from the bookseller in London, but when we got it, someone or something had gotten to it first.
What do you mean?
When we opened up the box, there was nothing inside but a pile of dust.
The book.
I'm on my way, ma chère.
David, I thought that was you. What are you doing out here?
You slept with my brother.
We never meant to.
That just happened, right?
We didn't know what we were doing, Gary. It was in Pocalinda.
Ah, it was in Pocalinda. So while Amanda and I were buried, you were with my brother.
They said you were dead. They said you were dead, Gary, and I wanted to die, too. I was going to kill myself because I didn't know how to go on living without you. I didn't know.
Well, it was a damn good thing Cameron was there to be with you, right? Pick up the pieces.
No, nothing mattered. Not him, not me, not life, nothing. We spent days and nights digging and clawing, Gary, because we knew that you were in there somewhere. I dug and scratched until my hand bled, Gary, and everybody else gave up on you, and I didn't. I did not give up on you. I didn't.
The hell you didn't. You did give up. The only people that didn't give up was Amanda and I. We held on while you held on to my brother, Cameron.
No, that is not true. That is not true. We didn't know what we were thinking. We weren't in our right frames of mind, Gary. I had nothing. I had nothing without you. That is why I went down there to be with you. Don't you remember? To help you save Amanda, to be your partner, to be by your side. Don't you remember? Don't you understand?
And you expect me to believe this? Huh?
How can I? I don't even understand myself. Gary, it was the most awful night of my life. And I have been living in hell since then. Please.
Did you want him?
No. No. I was spinning out and I just held on. I didn't know.
All this time. All these months. You didn't tell me.
Because I was trying to just forget about it. I wanted to believe that this baby was yours.
It makes sense.
What?
It finally makes sense.
What does?
All those times, I caught you and my brother looking at each other when you thought I wasn't looking. Yeah, all those times I thought it was my mind playing tricks on me, but it wasn't my mind playing tricks on me, was it, Josie? It was you and my brother playing tricks on me.
No, we were trying to protect you.
No! Wrong. You were trying to protect yourself.
I love you, Gary, and I know that we can work through this.
Don't!
No, please, I know you're angry and just mad and 1,000 million other things, Gary, but please, talk to me.
How do I talk to somebody I don't even know?
Oh, Gary, please don't walk out on me now, please. I need you now more than anything. Don't. I love you. I love you.
I can't help Josie if I don't know what's wrong with her.
Then why don't you ask?
I have. And when I do, she gets the same look in her eyes as you have right now.
Gary.
Gary, my friend.
I trusted you! How could you do that to me?
God, no.
Huh? I brought you into my family, my life.
Gary, stop it.
Is that why you came back into town again, Cameron? To ruin my life a second time?
Can't do this
Huh?
here.
Well, you did a great job, Cameron. You did a fine job. You finally found your calling in life. You finally found your niche. Do you have any idea what he did to me? Amanda, do you have any clue? He slept with my wife.
Gary, come on, let's get out of here, all right? Let's go. Go. Cameron. You mean the baby?
We thought that Gary was dead. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know, Mom. I just wanted to die. Mom, I just wanted to die. I wanted to die.
It's okay.
No, it's not. It's not okay, Mommy, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I did.
And you went through this all alone. I don't... You should have come to me.
How could I? Everything that you went through with John and Felicia, I thought that you would hate me. I thought that you would hate me, Mom, and I couldn't stand it if you would hate me.
Don't you know I would never hate you? Never. Oh, honey. You were digging for Gary for how many hours? You were told that he was buried alive in that cave-in. You, sweetie, you were in shock. People do things when they're in shock that they wouldn't otherwise do. Gary will realize that. He will.
No, he won't. No, he won't, Mom.
Sweetie.
You didn't see the look in his eye.
I'm learning from John that unless you learn to hate the sin and not the sinner, you better prepare yourself for a very bitter, unhappy life. Maybe Gary can learn that too.
No, you won't. You won't.
Give it time. Just give it time. He may surprise you.
Hey, David, what are you doing out here?
I was hoping I'd find a man out here in the garden.
At this time of year?
Well, we met here by chance the other night, and I don't know. Something I think just drew us to this place.
She's at the hospital. Josie went into labor, and the baby was born way too early. She had a boy.
Oh, no. That's horrible. Is the baby okay?
It doesn't sound so good.
So sorry.
Mom wanted to be there for Gary and Cameron.
Cameron, too, huh? So there's been a reconciliation?
I know less than nothing. She just got a phone call from the hospital and took off.
Wow. That's deep.
Tell me about it.
You don't sound pleased about the latest development.
I feel really sorry for Josie and Gary. I even feel sorry for Cameron.
But you don't like the idea of your mother spending so much time with him since the breakup, huh?
I'll put it this way. I heard if you try and take a horse out of a burning barn, it'll fight you till it drops to get back inside. Pardon the horsey comparison, but you get my drift.
The only thing remotely equine about your mother is her grace and beauty. I might add, she has a lot more free will than a horse.
Yeah, well, maybe in this case, it would help if she had a little less. You know, in spite of everything he's done and everything he is, it's like he has this hold on her. And she doesn't want him to let go. Is that love?
Some people might say so, yes.
Ugh, and you can keep it.
You know, when you get to be my age, you find that one true love, the one who makes all the trials and heartache worthwhile. And when you do, there's nothing that can keep you apart.
Zach was standing right here when we went upstairs.
He was as desperate as I'd ever seen him. I mean, he was desperate to tell us something he didn't get a chance to tell us.
So you and Zach was telling us the truth about leaving Illumina. Just tell me exactly what happened.
Well, he didn't want to talk in the house. We went upstairs to get Jasmine. Well, we
Yeah,
were
we
on a
came
minute.
downstairs, and the whole house shook
The
with
door
thunder and lightning.
was open, and he was gone.
So he came out here to wait.
Yeah, why was a minute too long to wait?
I mean, it's as if he vanished into thin air.
Nobody vanishes into thin air.
Jasmine did.
Oh, God, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm gonna check on the baby.
Wait a minute. What's this?
I don't know.
Oh.
Zach's keys? I didn't see those last night.
Well, that explains why he didn't go to his apartment.
Maybe. But it doesn't explain why he hasn't come back looking for these.
You on your way to the stables?
No, I was on my way back. I thought I'd ride Warrior and clear my head. Maybe get some big picture ideas.
Huh. Why do I get the impression it didn't do the job?
Is it always right to do the right thing? I mean, what is right? Is it right to decide what's best for someone else?
Right. You know, I think that's one of the great philosophical questions of all time. Shakespeare said, to do a great right, do a little wrong.
Do you believe that?
Well, it helps. I think we always know what's right deep down inside. Once we clear away all the interfering voices of the world and listen to ourselves, I think we hear it. Allie, you did the right thing in telling your mother whatever it is you told her.
That's what I think. Sometimes. It's just, she gets this look in her eyes. This, like, lost, sad look. It's like she's trying to not be a wreck over this whole thing. I just wonder if maybe I did it because the person it was right for was me.
This isn't your fault, Allie.
If I just kept my big trap shut.
Oh, that'll help. Very healthy. Just kick yourself now that it's all over. Were you the one who called the wedding off?
No, but...
Whatever happened between Amanda and Cameron was not your doing. Allie, if they were meant to be married, they'd be married.
I guess.
Que sera, sera. N'est-ce pas? Listen, when you've lived as long as I have...
You talk like you're ancient.
Well, not quite. But I've lived long enough to know that things happen for a reason.
Yeah, but not always for the best reason.
Yes, the best, more often than not.
My mom is miserable. It's like she can't live with him, and she can't live without him.
Sometimes it takes a while before what's best becomes apparent. But I'll bet one day Amanda finds the best man for her. I'm sure of it.
Where's Gary?
He's not here.
We just did a type and cross-match on the baby.
Yeah, it doesn't match Gary and Josie's.
How do you know?
Because I'm the baby's father.
You? You're the father? Well, let's get to the lab.
Yeah, just 1 second. I'll be right back. Josie,
I told her everything.
you must think I'm a hell of a guy.
Well, I've made enough mistakes in my own life not to stand in judgment of others. Most of the time. And I'm pretty sure the two of you have been beating yourselves up over what you did. But you guys, right now, there's just something more important than all of that. There's an innocent child who didn't ask to be brought into the middle of this, and he needs every ounce of love that we can give him. And maybe if we do, we'll all make it through this.
I had to tell him he was going to give the baby his blood.
I figured.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I really should go. I mean, the sooner I'm there, the sooner he gets my blood and he can fight the infection. Josie, I don't know what to say here. I just know that Gary, he does. I mean, he really loves you. And a love like that, it doesn't just
Cameron,
die.
it's okay, please. The only thing that matters right now is the baby. Okay? I am okay. Gary. Oh, Gary. Gary.
Is there anything I can get you?
What do you think? You can give me a brother that I respect and a wife that's faithful and a baby that's mine.
We all love you very much, Gary.
You know what I feel like? I feel like this for the last 6 months, it's all just been a lie. You know, I did everything for that woman. Oh, and as for Cameron, that lying bastard.
Don't say that.
Oh, that's right. I guess I took the words right out of your mouth, didn't I? I mean, Amanda, she said she loved me. And then she sleeps with my brother, and she gets pregnant because of it. And she says it was an accident. It was no accident. She knew exactly what she was doing, when she was doing it, and she knew exactly how I'd act when I found out, if I found out. Oh, and it was no accident. It was Cameron either. Now, all that time they spent together, bull.
Gary, don't do this to yourself.
Why? Why, Amanda? They did it to me. They did it to me. I mean, all that time. You know, they let me make a
make an ass of myself. My kid this, my kid that, my kid. I thought we were going to be one big happy family. You, me, Josie, Cameron. Little Cameron?
I know. Listen, there aren't many people that can say this, but I know exactly how you feel.
You know, so it makes me sick. She gave up on me. She gave up on me. I vowed every single day of our relationship that I was always going to be there for her. Always. I was there when we were buried. The only reason I got through that was for her. The only reason I pulled out in the hospital was for her. The only reason I held on for anything was for her while she was holding on to my brother.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Yes, you do know, don't you? Wait a minute. How do you know?
Gary.
No, Amanda, how long? How long, Amanda? We've known what it's like. So you knew all along, didn't you? Didn't you? Is that why you didn't get married, Amanda? Since when?
Since Boca Linda.
Ah! Since the beginning. How could you...
I got out of the cave-in. I went to go look for Cameron. I went to the beach. That's where they were.
You didn't tell me then. You're not about to tell me
What
details
good would
now.
telling you then have done? All of the experts said that we should have been dead, and we survived. We were alive.
What, and this didn't make you the least bit angry?
Are you kidding me? I was livid. I could have killed them both for what they had done. It took every ounce of energy for me to not tell you.
So that's why you and Josie couldn't stand to be in the same room with each other, isn't it? Oh, yeah. I saw things that I pretended not to see, Amanda. So when she got pregnant, were you the least bit suspicious?
Of course I was suspicious.
Oh, yeah.
I even asked Cameron about it. I said, is it your baby? He said, no, it's not. It's not. It's Gary's baby. He said it so often that I finally believed it. I believed him.
You should have told me.
I was hoping it was all going to stay in the past.
But it didn't stay in the past, Amanda. Now, you figured that one out right before you walked down the aisle, didn't you? Didn't you? And I came to you after everything was done. I came to you and I asked you. I begged you to tell me what was wrong. And you didn't.
I couldn't.
Why not? Why am I the last guy to know that my wife was pregnant with my brother's kid?
Should have stayed with Zach. Maybe we would have found out something.
Well, whether Zach really did quit working for Lumina or not, I know one thing for sure. Stark hasn't taken his hooks out of this family yet.
I think you're right.
Oh, just get that thing away from me, sleeve.
Until we know what he's up to, we're all in danger. I think we should double the security around Lila and Jasmine.
I think you're right. We can't be too careful now. And I'll try to get Joe to put out an APB on Zach. Maybe we can track him down without Stark knowing that we're onto him.
That's a good idea.
Maybe Mom will turn up something at Lumina. She seems to think Stark trusts her.
Stark is the one that's keeping Zach from talking. He doesn't trust anyone. Zach knew too much.
About us?
About Stark.
I don't know what it is with this family. What he wants. Can't be the money.
Well, if it's not money or power, what the hell is it?
God, I hate that man. All he does is manipulate us, twist our lives around, use an innocent child for his own gain. There's nothing that can stop him, if he is a man at all.
We'll stop him. I promise.
He's not going to keep us apart forever. And once we've taken care of Stark, I'm going to take care of you, and no one is ever going to keep us apart again. Promise.
I wanted to tell you, Gary. I was hysterical. I was furious. I mean, my God, to survive what we survived and then find the man that I love was someone...
Hey, Amanda, I don't want to hear the details.
I thought they should be the ones to tell you.
Okay. Some months go by. Months. And I'm still left in the dark, so what the hell happened?
It's a very difficult decision to make, Gary.
Right.
You love Josie so much. And you seem so happy. If there's any chance for happiness to go on, then... Believe me, there are many nights lately when I wish I didn't know the truth.
Well, you should have told me anyway. Even when you broke it off, Amanda, you should have told me.
The baby came. Anybody could see how much you love that baby, and I was not going to be the one to put any doubt of your love for that child in your mind. I guess I decided that it was better for everybody if you didn't know everything.
Oh, so you decided? You decided? Well, I guess I know everything now, don't I, Amanda? I can't trust you.
That's not true.
Oh, why? Why isn't it true? When everybody else is making decisions for me, Amanda.
Why don't we just go somewhere else and talk about...
Let me tell you something. I needed a friend then. I don't need one now.
Gary, I went through hell with you. I am your friend.
Do you honestly think what we went through is hell compared to the crap that the three of you have put me through? Huh? Why don't you all have a good time? All right? The three of you go have some fun. Hey, kiddo. Good luck, man, because you're going to need it.
Gary.
Hey, let me offer you a little friendly advice, Amanda. Don't push this. You just back off.
I'm sure you didn't have a chance to pack a bag before you left, so... How about I go get a few things for you, pick them up. Do you have a nightgown at home, honey? Well, you don't have a nightgown. Nobody wears nightgowns anymore. Probably wear a T-shirt. Police department. Like a good cop.
Maybe you can just pick something up for me at the gift shop.
Sure. Yeah, whatever you want. Toothbrush, toothpaste.
I don't need a lot, Mama.
I think you need more than you realize, sweetie. You be okay by yourself? Okay. Be back soon. Be back soon. Just try to forget for a while.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
I need to speak to Josie. No, my daughter is in bad enough shape. She doesn't need to be browbeaten by another injured spouse.
No. That's not what I'm going to do. This is about Gary.
Mom, that's okay. Gary, you said Gary?
Yes, he found out that I knew about you and Cameron.
Where is he now?
I don't know. He got ballistic and he took off.
Oh my God, I was afraid this was going to happen.
Who are you calling?
Felicia.
Felicia? Now? Why?
Felicia, it's Josie. Are you there? Please pick up. It's Gary. He's in trouble. It's an emergency. I need you to find him. I think that you're the only person that can help him now.
You know, we need to do something that will throw Stark off his game.
Yeah, turn the tables on him and see what happens.
Oh, if we just knew what he wanted from us.
Whatever it is, it must be something the Coreys would never sell or give away. Something priceless. Does that ring any bells?
I can't imagine what it is. I mean, it can't be anything monetary. He came at us when we were in the worst financial shape I can remember.
Remarkable.
What is?
The two of you thick as thieves, especially after all the arguing.
Remarkable good or remarkable bad?
Well, I don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet.
Must you always be the center of attention?
Yes. Yours.
No problem there.
I have to go meet some of my friends at the Lucky Lady, but if you'd like, I could go help you search for my mom.
All right, like that very much.
Okay, wait here.
Okay.
Could we get back to what we were doing, please?
Sorry.
My fault.
We need to finalize a plan of action before Mom gets back from checking out the office at Lumina.
Cameron, she got blood already. Are you okay? She maybe should be up walking around.
Don't worry about me. How can you even give a damn about me after everything that's happened? You know, you were right. I am no good. I cover the town, and everybody's life falls to pieces. Gary's, Josie's, yours, mine. Probably even his kids. And there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing. You know, if I'd broken some law, right now, I'd go back to prison. I'd do the time, I'd pay the price. But this is forever. Forever.
So I'll do some checking on my own about Zach.
Please, please be careful and don't do anything dangerous.
I won't, I promise.
I think in light of Zach's disappearance, we should check in with each other twice a day.
Or if necessary.
More is definitely necessary. I plan on spending a lot of time around here. The problem is, do we even know what we're looking for?
Well, I have a feeling we'll know what it is when we find it. Maybe Mom will turn up something at Lumina.
Rachel, is there something you want here?
NBC Tonight, starting at 8/7 Central. Don't miss an all-new Dateline. Startling crash tests on minivans and SUVs. Find out which models are safe and which aren't. Dateline tonight. Then be sure to catch World's Most Amazing Videos, NBC's new series that celebrates incredible stories of heroism and survival. An unforgettable program that will leave you breathless. World's Most Amazing Videos tonight at 9/8 Central. Followed by a dynamite episode of Law and Order tonight. NBC Thursday, we've got a full night of must-see TV. The fun all starts on Friends at 8/7 Central, followed by a hilarious all-new Jessie. Then, on an all-new Frasier, just how did Niles and Frasier become the neighborhood oddballs? Get ready for a doozy of an answer, followed by Veronica's Closet and a great episode of ER, NBC Thursday. A special event is coming to NBC Sunday, Schindler's List, a powerful story of the man who saved thousands of lives, the winner of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Director and Best Picture. Schindler's List, Sunday at a special time, 7:30, 6:30 Central on NBC.